In March of 2015, the volcano Villarrica violently erupted.
Lighting up the skies over southern Chile overnight, a volcano erupted about 3 in the morning,
spewing rivers of lava and a tower of fire. It was accompanied hours later by flashes of lightning. The 9,000-foot volcano is 400 miles south of Santiago.
12 months later, me and my friends jumped in.
Well, this trip has been a very special trip. It's been over 8 years in the making.
When Rex came to me and told me that this trip was finally happening, I didn't want to believe it because I had been dreading this moment.
Rex and I went to jump off of a bridge near Vancouver, Washington that Casey of bungee.com owns, and he had built a platform that I jumped off of in Las Vegas, which was my first jump. And I asked Casey, I said, Casey, what's the best jump in the world to do? And he said, about 5 years ago, I bungee jumped off a helicopter into the volcano in Chile, and he showed us pictures. And I was just blown away. It just seemed like something out of a movie. It just seemed incredible. And I said, well, next time you go, you gotta take us. And this year, Casey called me and he said, are you ready to go jump? And I just said, absolutely, let's do this.
Years and years of anticipation and waiting and being on this list.
When someone tells you that no one ever has the opportunity to jump into a volcano and that you have the opportunity, you just go with it, you take that opportunity, and that's how I got to Chile.
None of us are stunt men or women, none of us are extreme sport athletes. We're just people who really wanted to do something. Life offered this, and we wanted to say yes.
I joined the Air Force in 1982, and I was graduated from the Air Force 4 years after. I started flying combat planes, and then I moved to helicopters for 21 years, and I retired. And now I'm doing crazy things like jumping in the volcano with some people.
I was leaving from San Francisco Airport. The rest of my team was leaving from Seattle and Portland, and they all made it on time. My flight was delayed by 5.5 hours. I'm in Houston stranded. Everybody is in Chile, and the government's trying to pull the permits and shut everything down, and I just can't do anything about it.
We did the first test on Thursday, and Thursday night, I got a call from the Chilean FAA saying, are you the pilot flying over the volcano, throwing people inside? I said, whoa, yes, that's me. But we're not throwing people in the volcano. We have a procedure, this is a bungee, and we have all the permissions, and we have all the insurance.
So everything got completely changed. The schedule got turned upside down, and Casey made the call that Sunday was going to be the very best day for us to go with the most chance of having any interference.
You don't have a cargo, you have people that are alive. And if you do something wrong, like especially in the landing, or when they're gonna jump, you're too low, they can hit the ground. When the volcano is active, volcano ash could shoot down the engines. So we have little window to get in it and jump.
There was a lot of anticipation, there was a lot of buildup. As the helicopter started climbing higher and higher, I think we were about 8,000 feet in the air, you realize just how massive the volcano is. You can feel the cold air. I mean, there's glaciers below your feet, and those thoughts start creeping in. Just fear things. What if this goes wrong? What if this happens? What if the cord breaks? What if the helicopter crashes? Some significant things happened to me in my life, feelings of pain and sadness. I began living with the fear that I would always have those feelings for the rest of my life. While approaching the volcano, and the volcano is just getting bigger and bigger and bigger, a natural human condition is there's fear that starts creeping into your body. And then there was this moment just sort of pushing those things to the background. And it was then I started just noticing how crisp the air was and how huge the volcano was and all the different colors and textures inside the cauldron and the lava. And I started to get really, really excited about what I was going to do.
They gave us a few safety tips of what to do, and next thing I knew, I'm hanging off the side of a helicopter, and I have my harness on, and I'm strapped to it, and I'm leaning back, and I have GoPros everywhere, and just ecstatic to be doing it, and really in almost disbelief that it's actually happening, because now it's happening really, really fast.
I definitely wanted to be there with him as a supporting role, and so I agreed to go and just watch and just be there with him. And when I ended up watching the footage that Casey had done, at that point I really did start to consider actually doing the jump myself, really because I didn't want to miss out.
You just like take off into the sky on the skid pad of a helicopter hanging outside of it. When you see the lava, that's pretty freaky. Like, something you consider is how close the lava is, and if you're gonna touch the lava, of course, or like if the lava's gonna like burp and singe you.
Holy cow, this is happening. We are moments away from them unhooking this cord and having to let go, having to jump.
Fear and I had anxious thoughts about the jump, but this whole jump for me is so perfect because I've been able to experience the manifestation of these things that I've learned over the last 4 years, which is our wills, they can override our thoughts and our emotions. And it was just the most amazing feeling I've ever had in my life.
The perception of what I was falling into, of course, settled in, and then it's just pure joy and just so much excitement that comes over you. In that moment, it all became worth it. The years of waiting.
I would do it again tomorrow.
All the way up until I got to the top, I was confident that I would actually do it. I just couldn't do it as soon as I saw that lava. The disappointment didn't take more than 30 seconds to set in, though. No matter how much I understood how the bungee cords worked and how many times people told me how safe it was, I watched every single person come back safely. And none of that was in my mind at the time. I just saw the lava and I saw my potential death. The second we started flying away and back, I was disappointed, I was relieved, I couldn't wait to get on the ground. I was sad, I was embarrassed. I was so embarrassed that when we almost landed the helicopter, I couldn't even look at anybody. I turned my head. All I wanted was for Rex to come and get me and tell me it was okay.
Sort of a sad part, a really emotional moment for all of us was when Yumi went up. When we saw the helicopter from her trip come back, we could see that the rope wasn't all the way down, so we knew that she didn't jump, and we knew how hard that must be for her. And so we gave her space when she landed, and you could just tell that there was relief, but also a lot of disappointment going on.
Everyone has their personal reasons for making this journey and their personal reasons for jumping or not jumping, and that was something that we of course all respected when she made the decision to not make the jump for herself.
I was really overwhelmed and shocked by how loving and encouraging people were.
I saw a beautiful, beautiful waterfall. And I talked to Casey. I said, well, we have to jump in this. And the next day we went in the waterfall, and it's really, really beautiful.
I saw the bungee crew starting to kind of pack up and get ready to, they kind of had this sigh of relief, like, okay, their job is done, the day is done, the week is done, everybody's safe, and really kind of this relief. And I immediately sensed like my moment is gone. Like I'm not gonna get to experience what every single other person here got to experience. And I just felt sad. Didn't want to miss out. I didn't want to feel regret. I mean, bungee jumping is like an extreme sport, but for me, bungee jumping was it was a very spiritual moment for me. I didn't need renewing of faith, but I think letting go, just teaching your body to do the opposite of what it's telling you to do. So many things in life can tell you to do the opposite. The world is telling you to do the opposite, but it requires faith to see the other side. And that's like joy and excitement and adrenaline. And I'm just so glad I didn't miss out on that. I'm so glad I didn't miss out on that.
I was excited for her that she wasn't gonna have that regret. And that she got to experience something on a higher level, something more spiritual and freeing personally. So I'm happy for her.
When that helicopter came up and the cord was all the way down, the whole airport just went nuts. We just started yelling and screaming.
Yeah, I was just overwhelmed with joy. I was so happy when I saw the bungee cord fully elongated.
In the end, actually, the thing that really changed my mind was telling myself, all I need is half a second of bravery. I need half a second of bravery. I just need to be brave for half a second. And I told myself, anybody can do that. Anybody can be brave for half a second.
I was so happy for her to take that away. I know it's something she's gonna have just for the rest of her life.
I think I'm going to be able to face my fears head on a lot easier than I could before. Absolutely.
It's an amazing life experience. When you're standing on that platform, that building, that edge of that helicopter, and you're looking down, everything in you is going to resist it. Everything in you is going to tell you, no, don't do it. Just like sometimes in life, you're thinking about a new job or relationship and something in you is resisting. But that moment of letting go, that moment of making a decision in spite of the resistance inside to just let go and jump, it gives you something, it cultivates something inside you, it ignites something inside you that you'll be able to take with you for the rest of your life.